Listening into an interview the other day, I noticed how a particular line of questioning elicited certain answers and an overall tone in the conversation. How just touching the tiller changed the course of the whole conversation. And it led me to think two things. How the questions we ask each other form our shared daily narrative, and in this sea of cliches that we live in, how normal is the new normal. Enjoy the piece.
So, welcome back to the show, and this afternoon we've been talking about the effects of COVID, and we're going to take another call. Mandy, can you hear me?
Oh, hi Derek, how are you?
I'm really well, Mandy. Thanks for calling. Whereabouts are you in the world today?
Oh, I'm calling from Colchester.
Colchester. And how is it over there at the moment? Got that beast from the east gone away yet?
Oh yeah, thankfully that's all gone now. All the snow's gone. So we're getting back to normal weather, really.
Okay, Mandy, and how would you like to kick off our chat about COVID and the effect that it's had on you?
Well, Derek, I'd like to talk about the restrictions on travel.
Okay, Mandy, well, how's it been affecting you? What kind of pressure has it put you under?
Well, I found it really difficult. I don't have a car, and like many people, I have to rely on, well, maybe not that many actually, but I have to rely a little bit more on public transport, buses mainly, not so much the train these days, but buses mainly, and I found it really, difficult waiting at bus stops. You don't know whether, how close you should stand next to somebody. You don't know whether you should talk to them. You kind of look at them over your mask or through your visor. It all steams up. It's all just terribly difficult, really.
And what about when you get on the bus? I mean, how do you find that?
Well, again, it's difficult to talk to the driver. They're behind loads of perspex. You can't really see them properly. You don't know whether you should be handling money. You have to look around where to sit. I mean, it's a luxury, really, these days, because you don't have to sit next to anybody. You have to, you're forced to sit apart.
And what kind of pressure does it put you under, Mandy?
Well, it's just difficult, really. Using public transport's, difficult enough in normal times, but, under these strange days, it's just become, just all that much more difficult.
And whereabouts are you? I mean, when you take these trips, where are you heading off to?
Oh well, quite often it's shopping. Really, I need to go to the local shops to get my groceries and food and clothes and things like that.
And how are you finding the whole shopping experience? How much pressure are you under?
Again, it's really difficult. Not all the shops are open by any means. I can get into the supermarket. It's better than it was before. But it is all quite stressful, really. Choosing the food and just, again, queuing up with people and staying apart.
And how much pressure are you under, Mandy?
Moving around, going into the shops, choosing things, handling the money, just keeping safe. It's all a bit of a worry, really.
And how much pressure are you under when it comes to buying clothes?
Oh, well, clothes, you can't really try them on like you used to. You have to try and make sure that you don't touch the clothes. You can't really measure them up, otherwise they have to go into some kind of sterilisation
and how much pressure
process
are you under, Mandy?
Well, I do find it all rather difficult. I mean, the other reason why I catch the bus and so on is to see my family. I quite often go and see my children. Luckily, they're living locally, really, so that's nice. But again, we're in a bubble, and it does restrict us from who we're actually allowed to see. And I'm getting quite anxious about all of that.
So how much pressure
And I'm finding that quite difficult.
is that putting you under, Mandy?
Before the lockdown, I was able to see my my family, and in fact, I'd also, be able to visit my elderly parents as well. And, quite often we'd meet and, on the spur of the moment, really, and, share cups of tea and catch up on old times, and that's become more difficult.
So how much pressure does that put you under, Mandy?
It's an enforced isolation, as people have said, and, it does begin to, at first it may have been okay, it was a bit of a novelty, but now I think like many people, it's kind of wearing a little bit thin, and, oh gosh, I mean, we can't...
So how
We
much...
can't carry on like this, Derek. I mean, we really, really do need the government to let us know what their plans are to end all this.
So how much pressure are you under, Mandy?
Well, like I was saying, shopping, meeting my family. I mean, there's other aspects that we have to think about as well, like our work and our social life. So for me, luckily enough, I'm able to work from home. But, it's difficult because I'm not in the office and because I'm not able to mix with the people I normally work with, and I don't have that sort of social, I don't know, banter
And how much pressure?
all that sort of catching up stuff that you used to get at work. And I miss all that.
And how much pressure are you under, Mandy?
Well,
And how much pressure does that put you under, Mandy?
well, Zoom's all right. It's a great tool for catching up, but it's not really the same as face-to-face. And people have said, after a Zoom call, when all those little windows disappear, you can find yourself very much alone again, and in a way it can amplify your solitude.
And how much pressure does that put you under, Mandy?
I think, like a lot of people, it's quite tricky. I'm lucky, Derek, don't get me wrong. I live in a really nice place. I've got lots of things around me. Like I said, I've got my family around me. I've got access to my work, food and shops and so on. It does.
This is normal.
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 It does take its toll a little bit. We're all having to rely a little bit more on entertaining ourselves, I guess.
So how much pressure are you under, Mandy?
Well, I suppose, like a lot of people, Netflix has been the big saviour. I found that, there are lots of much better films and box sets, as they call them, on. So that's quite nice, and you can link up on other social networks and share, your viewing experiences and tastes and what have you. So that's all really nice.
So how much...
But it's just not the same as being able to go to the cinema, for example.
So how much pressure does that put you under, Mandy?
Well, not being able to get out and about and go out to the theatre and to the cinema and so on. That is difficult, and it's difficult for everybody. It's difficult for the filmmakers, it's difficult especially for the people who make the films. I mean, all of those people, not all of them, some of the Hollywood big blockbusters are okay, but for lots and lots of, people in the entertainment industry, it's been really difficult. They've had no work at all and very little support by the sounds of things.
And how much pressure does this put you under, Mandy?
I think, thinking about other people's welfare is, as a society, it's something that we've got to do. And, not everybody does it, but I think, it does. Other people's misfortunes do have a knock-on effect on our own lives. So, it is actually quite difficult.
And how much pressure do you find that you're under,
Well,
Mandy?
on a Friday night we used to, perhaps meet friends down the pub and listen to live music, but, the pubs are shut. You can't go out for a drink at a bar or a pub or anywhere really, and, there's no live music, so again, like the people in the entertainment industry, it's really difficult. The live music is really suffering. Restaurants and all the waiters and waitresses and all of those people, they're really, really, not having a very good time, at all.
And how much pressure do you find yourself under, Mandy?
Well, it's terribly difficult, really. We have to have this social bubble. We're in this social bubble. You have to decide who's in the bubble and who's out of the bubble, and you have to really think about everything. And sometimes, it's really easy to slip.
This is normal.
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 So a real Kafkaesque dark comedy of the absurd, but the consequences are not funny.
This is normal.
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 Find yourself thinking, oh, I'll go and meet so and so, and have a little catch up with them, but you can't, and many times have I sort of pulled myself back from the doorstep and thought, what am I doing? I can't
And how
possibly
much-
go out. It's breaking my social bubble.
And how much pressure has this put you under, Mandy?
Well, not only have you got to think about your social bubble in normal times, but at times like Christmas and goodness knows, hopefully not Easter, but, it's really difficult deciding on who you're going to see and who you're going to spend time with and choosing and, having to articulate who your preferences are can lead to really difficult family rifts, I think, for lots of people.
And how much pressure does that put you under,
Well, I
Mandy?
think, there's got to be an upside. It's all very heavy, really. We're all spending a little bit more time. We've all perhaps got a little bit more time. Time to notice things, be more mindful is the word nowadays. But, we look at things like, nature. People have talked about nature and hearing the birds and having a little bit more time to notice things around you. The new buds on the leaves I noticed the other day, and that's all. I guess that's
Generally, though,
a good thing, really.
how much pressure have you been under, Mandy?
Oh, well, as I said, it's difficult. We miss things. We miss things. Socialising, meals out, just a quick, drink with our friends, a quick coffee and a catch up, and things like exercise. I haven't even spoken about exercise, but things like taking a run, or people who, I don't know, they like to go to the gym or they like to go for a swim. They just haven't been able to do any of those kinds of things, and it's all getting a bit much.
Mandy, I hope you don't mind me asking, but how much pressure is this? Does this put you under?
Well, like a lot of people, I've had to make some adjustments, and I'm hoping that they're going to be, temporary. There might be one or two things that, that people change for I don't know, for a long time. I can't imagine that people are going to suddenly stop, or suddenly start, shaking hands and embracing each other. I don't know. Derek, I think we're going to be in this situation for quite a long
And
time.
how much pressure is this
Well,
putting you
that's
under,
an interesting
Mandy?
question. Well, that's a good question, Derek, and I'm glad you asked me that. I think we're quite a resilient nation. I think the media can sometimes, dwell a little bit on the negative side of things, and we can always talk about the kind of pressure that we're under. I mean, maybe that's something that we could talk about now.
Well, how much pressure are you under, Mandy?
Well, like I'm saying, the media can tend to focus on some of the negative sides of things, the, the things that we're not able to do, things that have gone wrong with, government policy, where the NHS has been stretched and things that haven't gone right. And, well, let's face it, some things have gone very badly wrong and some things haven't. Some things are actually quite good. So I think the media, is recognising this, but it does have a tendency to talk about the pressure that people are under and how it affects their lives in a really negative way.
How much pressure are you under, Mandy?
Well, if we listen to the radio and the television and believe what we read in the papers, I'm under a huge amount of pressure, really, in all aspects of my life. Whether that's, as I said, friends and family, or whether it's travel or entertainment. It seems to, holidays, I mean, they're a thing of the past, aren't they? They talk about staycations, but, staycation now is like, going on holiday within 5 miles of your house.
That's, yeah. And what about the pressure that puts you under, Mandy?
Well, like I said, luckily I live in a nice part of the world, but I can't really see myself having a holiday here. I'm hoping that, soon we'll be able to get ferries and, well, even if we don't get ferries, even if we can drive to another part of the country, go to Wales or go up to Scotland, or, let alone take an aeroplane to somewhere nice and warm, Derek. Oh, that would be nice at this time of year, I can tell you.
So, how much pressure is this putting you under?
Well, it's a good question, Derek, and like I say, I'm glad you asked me that. Hopefully, I think, as I said before, we're a resilient nation. I think, we can dig deep, and actually it's not just a nation thing. I think, we are as people, as human beings on the planet. We have great resilience. We can dig deep. We have to see things in perspective, and
Thanks ever so.
although this has been going on for over a year, or the best part, or maybe even over a year, really.
All right.
It's still quite a short-term thing, really.
All right, Mandy. Well, thanks ever so much for calling in. I've just got one quick last question for you. How much pressure do you find yourself under?
Oh, I'd have to think about that really quite hard. Actually, Derek, I think in the round, we're okay, really. We can face up to these things, and hopefully, we'll have better days ahead, and we can appreciate things a little bit more. We can appreciate our family. We can appreciate our friends. We can appreciate our work, the ability to go to the shops. And of course things like, travelling and our general freedom, we should never take that for granted. And I think actually that the lockdown has taught us, or shown us, I should say, that we are very lucky, and we shouldn't take any of these things for granted.
Oh, Mandy, thank you ever so much. It's a really positive note. Thanks again. And, do call us again after the lockdown and tell us how you're bearing up, and whether or not you're feeling any pressure. And we're going to move on now to the travel and the weather forecast on the hour.
This is normal.
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 Normal.
This
This is normal.
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 Normal. This normal is normal.